I gotta say hello. Welcome to the Garbage Pail Skids. Fuck you, Shane.
It's great that you sound
With
like...
me as always is Shane and Kevin.
Yeah!
It's the Tim Show tonight.
Take it away, Tim.
I don't know where we're going. What do you got, Shane?
That's great. It amazes me how you lose steam
I tried.
almost immediately.
I really tried. I mean, I was like, hey, how about that thing that happened the other day? It's fucking wild, right?
It's like 13 seconds in
Holy
and Tim's
shit,
already
dude,
lost.
I
Man,
know, right?
what about that weather, guys, huh?
It's fucking
Oh,
cold,
dude, I
right?
seriously-
It's all of a sudden it's raining now, and what the fuck's going on? It snowed.
You guys, small, like he's talking to the weather bullshit. I hate fucking small talk so much.
That's
Yeah, I do too.
like
Dude, seriously.
It's awkward and
It
stupid
drives
and
me
pointless.
especially with
fucking-
strangers.
Because you know nobody wants to actually say those things, but they do
The
anyway.
stranger
Yeah,
small
it's
talk
true.
that drives me the most nuts is they'll talk about their kids. I've never met them.
I know.
I don't know
Like,
their
I don't
kids.
wanna know about your
They're
kids.
like, hey, Johnny, you know, he was a real champion this weekend, and
Hey, he won a soccer match.
He won his soccer match, and he did it all with a hangnail.
Wait.
Didn't miss any time. I don't fucking care.
You've got kids?
I don't give a shit about Johnny and his stupid fucking soccer
Who
match.
the hell would sleep?
Let's
with
talk about his
soccer.
hangnail.
right?
Yeah, I'm like, I hope Johnny fucking trips and dies. I don't give a shit about your kids.
Hopefully he'll trip over that hangnail.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I guess if he walks like a weird ape or something.
It's entirely possible.
It is entirely
Don't.
poppable.
What?
Considering the kind of kids that are
Great.
popping
It's
out
gonna
of
be one
people
those
today.
shows.
It's gonna be a good night, gentlemen.
It's gonna be fucking amazing. Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of all this small talk
I
bullshit.
get you, yeah, I'm the same way.
I just don't, I'm fine with my friends going, hey, you know, my kid did that. Fine, you know.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. But I'm slightly invested, so it's a little bit more.
I get it.
You know
It's something
what I
that's
mean?
just it's important to them, so you'll feign important.
Yeah. I'm like,
you'll feign
amazing.
interest.
Hey, my kid just got into college. Cool.
Yeah. Wow.
So did everybody else's kid.
Yeah.
Because they're making it too easy
But
to
you
get
go,
into.
you go.
Yeah, they're lowering the
Jesus
bar
Christ.
for
My
everybody.
kid's getting out of jail this week, so I'm pretty excited about that.
It's just like college.
A piece of bread could
did-
get into college now.
He did wood shop in jail.
yeah,
So he's
learn how to
gonna-
make license plates.
Yeah, no, he's going to be really good at metal work.
It's not even a thing anymore, is it? They don't do that shit anymore.
License plates? Yeah, they still do
They
that.
still do that?
Yeah, I think there's only like a few different places that do it because I think that they're like all centralized now. Like I think Colorado does a bunch of them.
Oh, what?
Centralized license.
Like
plates.
at one of the.
how
It's
they
a good
started.
industry, you know.
Probably one of the super maxes, I'm guessing. I don't fucking know. I'm just saying stuff.
Like the Super Max Walmarts. One has a roller coaster in it. You know that in Colorado?
No, I've never.
The Colorado Walmart has a
One of
roller
them does.
coaster?
Yeah. And guess
Why
what?
the fuck don't we get that over here?
I made all of that up.
Oh,
Kevin's.
oh, well, it's a good idea. It would
You know
be a
what?
good idea.
Actually, you know what we
Roller
should do?
coaster
That's
Walmart.
actually
Just make everything.
that's actually another bit that we need to do. Is
pretty
me and
good.
it's just me and you beforehand. We talk about bullshit we're gonna make up and see how far we can take it.
pretty good.
I think that's a great fucking
Draw
bit. Like,
straws to see who has to make something up for the next
well, we
week.
just make sure it's one of those nights where he forgets to put on his headphones again, and then I push the button and I'm like, Tim, it's now. It's now. Yeah, it's just a little song in here, and you're like, oh shit, it's time. We get to make shit up. Hey, remember that thing? And
Did you
then
hear about
boom.
Elon Musk and that dude?
Yeah. They were caught fisting each other with meth. I'm like, whoa, I didn't hear about that at all.
Must have been
Yeah.
back when he was his old South Africa days, high school years.
That's right. He's South African, isn't
He
he?
is.
Oh,
That's
you're
what
not
that
a fan.
I'm not. Well, no, that one director that does all those badass.
Neil
ones.
Blomkamp.
Yeah, that guy's fucking awesome.
Badass.
Dude.
I don't know who that is.
And his actors that he uses. I love all of those movies.
He's the guy that did like District 9.
Chappie.
Elysium.
Elysium.
Yeah.
Oh, Elysium I like.
He did Serious Sam. Was it Serious Sam? No, it was one that was
That's
like
the video game.
No, there was one that he. It was a. Oh, it was one of those cameras that are attached to the front of the person. Oh, God, I can't even think. of it.
Did you actually watch? Did you watch the first-person shooter movie of that?
That's the one I'm talking about.
yeah, I watched that whole. That
What was
a
that?
weird. I don't remember the name of it.
I want to say Serious Sam, but it wasn't Serious
It
Sam.
was something like that.
Yeah.
It
But
was-
it was that
like
actor from District 9.
Was it
was in there a
Hardcore
lot.
Henry?
Something like that.
Henry.
Yeah,
Hardcore
that's what
Henry,
it was.
yeah.
That was fucking.
That was made by
weird.
Blomkamp? I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Oh,
That
okay.
was actually kind of a cool idea.
It was a cool idea.
It was a weird. It was
almost
an
like
okay
one
movie.
shot, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was one
Well,
shot.
yeah. I mean, it's like it's like watching kind of like a first-person shooter, but
Yeah, well, they tried doing
kicking
that
back
with a
watching it.
little bit on that Doom one with
I like
the
how
Rock.
this
Yeah, they
is
tried
my
it. They
favorite
tried
part
it.
of Kevin. How he always explains exactly what we just said.
And you know what?
It's 100%.
Yeah.
Here's
Well,
the thing. I made all of that up.
Hardcore Henry doesn't exist.
We're having a ball tonight.
It's all
folks.
bullshit.
So in the sports ball news,
Which one?
Sports ball?
football.
Oh, it's the
Tom
Oblong
Brady
one.
finally fucking retired.
Yeah, that happened today. He just retired.
No,
well,
it actually
announced
happened
it this morning.
Saturday.
Okay.
Good riddance.
Saturday, which would be 4 days ago
They're
now.
saying he
No, I don't
was
know. I don't
the
really
best.
watch football that much.
Well, he
quarterback.
holds almost all the records
Yeah.
now. So, yeah. I mean, he's definitely going to go down.
Well, he's
I
got
just-
a record-breaking wife, that's for sure.
Yeah, she makes more money than him.
Dag
A
gum.
lot more.
She's fucking
Like
gorgeous.
I guess he's supposed to be worth
12
like,
dudes a day.
He's supposed to be worth like 250 million. She's worth 400 million.
Wonder how much those Super Bowl rings are worth.
Not fucking enough to make up the difference between him and his
Well,
wife's
no,
money.
Well,
No
probably
chance.
not, but still, I'm sure that
They're
probably
not
worth a lot of
$150
money.
million worth.
I see him pawning them in 2 years.
He's
Like,
like,
Right.
he fell on rough times.
It's like, I can't get that extra.
How much can I get for these? He's got like 6 of them.
I don't
Like,
think
he
it is.
retired 2
I
years
think he's
ago,
got,
dude.
what has he got? 4 or 5? 5, I believe.
I thought he had
Why
like
are
more
you
than that.
zipping up your pants?
They were down, dude.
Wait, didn't he have like 6 or 7?
Y'all
of
couldn't
them?
tell me my fucking dick was out this whole fucking time. Can't believe no one
4 or
saw
5?
that shit.
Yeah, I thought he had like 6
Well-
or 7.
Yeah, he's got a lot of Super Bowl rings and like MVP Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's got a lot of everything. He's
Yeah.
One.
Damn good player.
Yeah. It's,
Sports ball. Everybody talking about it. Not me. Well, kind of. Just because everybody's talking about it.
Oh, you're.
I didn't think
I'm not a
Anybody
fan.
watch-
I don't.
See, this is-
I don't
I'm
like
not
watching
either.
sports.
This
I
is
mean,
what's
playing
dumb.
sports back in the day, but not. No, I'm not into that.
Yeah,
shit,
I like
dude.
playing sports.
But this is the one thing that's dumb is they've been saying like since Saturday that Tom Brady's announced his retirement, and now CNN's going. He just announced it today, even though he announced it on
That's
fucking
because
Saturday.
CNN is behind.
No, but I think everybody's
Always.
starting
It was
to
one of
announce
those
that now too.
morning
Because I think
things.
today it's official. is why.
It was-
He's probably put in his paperwork or
yeah,
whatever.
it was something about him wanting to do it on his own on social media first, and he wanted to be in control of how he did it. So
Yeah, I think you can retire with a shitload of money and fucking a hot wife and be okay with that.
Be just fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, was he in his 40s now?
He's
40s or
like
50s?
42, I
Yeah.
think. 40s or 50s.
Fuck if I know.
Kevin's like,
That's a big spread for a football player if you think about it.
actually,
You know.
Daniel Tosh had the best idea for
These days, I
football.
wouldn't be surprised.
He said, no, they should, because he was talking about Brett Favre and how Brett Favre just continuously would not retire. He just kept coming back every year. And he's like, dude, I think they should be forced to play till they're 70. He's like, wouldn't it be great to fucking watch a punt return to a 70-year-old and then they just get creamed and fucking powdered to dust?
God,
He's like,
dude,
this
it
would be the best thing.
Well, they should-
I'm butchering the shit out
We'll
of
do
it.
the
but
same
yeah.
thing with fucking politicians too, though.
I think that would be better. Actually, I think that there should just be term limits on
Dude,
everything.
yeah,
I'm right
we need
there.
term limits.
You
big
know.
time.
I wouldn't say age limits just because you never know, but I mean,
mean-
there's certain politicians that they're at an age like you can tell this one's kind of past their prime,
Kinda.
kinda.
Yeah, like Nancy Pelosi. she's
Not
basically-
exactly.
Nancy Pelosi has to drink the blood of the
Yeah,
innocent
Now
every
this
day
is
just
the
to
one
keep
thing
going.
that's crazy.
Just the way it carries on,
Didn't
it's so
they just
bizarre.
vote on a thing that now they can continue to fucking just trade stocks like crazy?
That's pretty much what they've been doing anyway.
That shit drives me nuts. It's like, so wait, you got in and you were worth like $260,000. Now you're worth $100 million.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're not going into politics for the betterment of people.
Fuck no.
It's
They're
for
going there
about
for
their
the
pocket.
money.
I'm sure
Yeah.
there are some starry-eyed people that go in.
Sure.
Yeah, starting off, yeah,
Starting
for
off.
sure.
I think
Yeah,
that
they're like,
some-
I'm going to make a difference.
Yeah.
Well,
and then
They realize what it is.
5
Yeah.
years later, they're like, you know what? I'm done fighting the
It's
system.
become one of
But
them.
I
yeah,
would
one
say
of the
that
rest
if
of
you
them.
look at like Bernie Sanders, who's been very consistent over his entire time.
True.
You know, I think that he's one of the few. Now, you may not agree with everything that
That's
he
the
says.
thing is like he's you either love him or you hate him.
Well, I agree
With Bernie
But,
Sanders.
Well, I'm not indifferent on it, but I don't dislike him.
The
You know
thing
what I
is,
mean?
I don't know much about his policies, principles, or anything
Yeah.
like that. I do like I like socialized medicine.
I
I
just
like
don't think
well,
he's
not
got a lot of
socialized medicine,
follow-through.
but free Medicare or
That would be socialized.
socialized. I like
That's
that.
how.
he always backs
it's like-
down when it counts.
So-
I like that.
So, like free police officers, that's another social system.
Well,
Free
yeah.
firefighters. That's another social.
Well,
system.
I don't like the loan forgiveness for students. I mean, granted, I don't think they should charge so much, but I think once you take out a loan, you got to pay it back.
Look, this is one of the dumb things that students
That's my
do.
opinion, anyway.
Students get into the arts and think that they're going to make a living at that.
Yeah, I mean,
But they'll get into something super obscure, like some weird thing that is super narrowly focused that nobody cares about.
like Latin, a dead language or something like that.
Yeah, but Latin can at least be used.
It can be used in
other
some
way.
things, some
What?
fields. Oh, like archaeology or
Yeah,
something.
I was
you
gonna
know?
say history and shit like that.
Yeah.
It can be used in that, but
We're erasing the history,
linguistics.
so we don't worry about that shit anymore.
well, that's true.
Depends on the field.
That's true.
Yeah.
Aztecs are going to be next.
Yeah,
You know,
it's going to be
slaying
something.
virgins and shit.
They were chopping
Ugh.
people's heads off. That's not okay.
Nah, they were pulling hearts.
Hey, man,
out,
if it ain't
like, while
broke,
they were
don't
beating.
fix it.
Well,
Yeah, and they,
If it
they
appeases the
justified
gods,
shit out of
just
it.
do it.
that's the thing. I get what you're saying, but I also say if you're taking out money on a loan, you should not be responsible for it.
I get that,
Hey.
but I do agree with you. It shouldn't be as expensive as
Exactly. It's
because
like-
it's insanely expensive.
I think colleges and institutions should be done away with in general because I think trades are more important right now.
I
Well,
actually
I disagree with that, and the reason I
I
disagree,
agree. Trades are important.
I agree that trades are important too, but I disagree with getting rid of. You need college.
yeah, I wouldn't say getting rid of all
for
of
what,
them.
for the
think-
purpose
but-
of what? Lawyers and doctors and that?
Yeah,
type
it would
thing?
be nice to have
Well, you gotta train 'em
engineers,
somewhere.
people that build shit and do it correctly. That's
Yeah.
helpful.
Well,
you know,
shaking the table. Is that my mic doing that? What the
think that
fuck is
was-
that?
It's not me.
no,
Yeah,
it might
we-
be you.
We need a better table, everybody. If you could go ahead and click that like, follow button. TikTok, we're on now. We're also on BitChute.
Send your
Follow,
money
follow,
to
follow.
Tim's PO box.
I have a PO box.
I don't know.
No,
I'm
we're
just
not
making things
Don't
up.
send money. Just
Send
money.
porn.
Yeah. Well,
Send prayers and
a
what are the
table
other
would
things?
be nice. A better
Table.
table. You know, I mean, it's not like I built this one with my bare hands.
You can send porn too.
Yeah,
if you want.
dedication
Yeah,
into
Tim
this.
put a lot
If
of
you
love
want.
into it. That's why there's all these stains on it.
Yeah. Yeah. You should see the feet.
That's where all the porn went
It's weird.
into the making of the table.
I had to round them.
It's kind of weird that like most people that have a foot fetish, it's a totally different thing. But
No.
Tim's like, no, it's feet of tables.
The feet of tables and chairs.
It really,
Table legs.
really gets me hard.
They go anywheres.
No, but talking about like human dismemberment.
Talking about human dismemberment.
Kevin, look this
Wow.
dude up. Ethan Fairbanks.
Ethan.
Are we going to see
Yeah, Ethan
a
Fairbanks.
bit of the
This is one of the wildest things I've ever seen.
ultraviolence?
I've never even.
What reference is that? Click like. Tell us what reference I just referenced. Ultraviolence. A bit of the ultraviolence.
And you can go to any one of them, I guess. I mean, his Instagram is pretty interesting.
Something we could obviously tie into our video.
This.
So-
I can't.
Okay, fine. I don't give a shit. Click that.
No, that's not. Oh, okay. Again, we're looking at another dude's butthole. Again.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that all over his fucking computer? I don't know.
So,
I can't hear this.
yeah, you can't hear it because somehow Kevin doesn't have it set up. It's plugged in.
Hold on.
Oh, you didn't set it up. That's cool.
No, it's set up.
What a shot.
Moron.
How did we do this?
Oh,
Anyway,
okay.
so,
This is
yeah,
a
this
little
kid-
chap. I'm getting
Kevin, it's not set up.
It's plugged in.
Oh, well, then that should fucking make it not sound like it's coming from the speakers.
I don't know why it's not. Check your end.
I'm crackly
It's
on this one.
fucking
It's
plugged
weird.
in.
I know. It's plugged in. You're the one that controls that thing. I don't know it.
There it is.
There we go.
Shane.
That wasn't me at all. This is
And,
plugged in.
except for when you fiddled with
Anyway,
it, it
shut
started
the
working.
fuck
No,
up.
Kevin, it wasn't Shane. It wasn't Shane,
It's
okay?
not me.
never
It's
Shane.
always Shane.
Ever Shane.
Definitely not me.
One day when I ended up getting an excruciating pain in
So
my
why are we
left
watching
leg,
this?
and
I
was
don't
unable to
know.
walk
You
home,
just
so
clicked
I
on a
went
fucking video.
You brought up some guy. What is
I
he?
didn't
Who
say
is he?
click on the first fucking video. You said,
Well, what am I clicking
You're
on?
like, hey, this video's 25 minutes long.
It's just the first thing up there.
Actually, you can watch.
Are you
Go
gonna-
ahead and
are
watch
you
it.
gonna-
Fuck
are you
it.
gonna- No, are you
Let's
gonna
watch
What
set-
is it?
We're going to set this up or what? What are we
So
watching?
Yeah, why are we looking
anyway,
at this
so-
dude?
well, I was gonna.
Well, not even a dude. It's a
say-
kid. Just some family stock photos of some kid.
So
dude.
anyway, this guy. Go ahead and look at that one. Right
Did he
there.
eat a limb
Right
off or
here.
something
No,
like
the
that?
next one over. Why would you look at the one that doesn't have him in it at all?
There's three
TikTok.
right next
This.
to each
Watch
other.
this. Just watch this.
TikTok.
Look at his leg.
It feels like I'm bending my ankle. It feels just
So this guy, he got cancer in his hip, I believe, when he was 7.
The best way I can explain this is
And so they amputated his leg,
in this leg, okay?
and then they turned his foot backwards from the knee down and put that on his hip.
And it feels like
So his ankle is now his knee.
really natural spin. So when I bend my foot, I feel like I'm bending my ankle. And
It's backwards.
it feels like
Kevin, you look confused.
I am very confused.
It's a confusing thing to see.
It's
It makes sense.
looking at it's making my brain like
Yeah,
it's like a,
his heel is now his knee. Is
Yeah,
the best way to explain it.
it's like a fucking one of those like magic eye things.
The question I have, though, is
That's
like, when
really
they go
cool,
to-
though. That's
when they go to do his reflexes, where do they hit him?
well, he was just explaining there. He says it's
Dude,
It
when
feels
he
like his
puts
ankle.
on and takes
Yeah.
off his sock. It's like
Because it's his ankle. That's why it feels like his
yeah.
ankle.
How bizarre would that be?
But that's so weird that we can take out like a chunk of something and then just sew
Yeah.
things together and be like, yeah, you should feel all of that.
yeah. That technology's
I
going.
mean, I guess
they're putting faces on people now.
Well, yeah, and it makes. I mean, they took Babbitt and fucking put his dick back on. And
Yeah,
fucking
Bobbitt,
whatever his name is.
John Wayne Bobbitt.
Jesus.
Yeah. No, I know that you're super invested in that story.
Yeah, well, I am. That's a penis. I know everything about that, and a good one at that.
You're like, he's lucky I didn't find it
It's
first.
a shame.
I would have sewed it onto mine.
I'd have had 2 penises, one on my chin.
You've been like Dan Aykroyd in that one fucking movie where
He
he
had
had
balls.
dick nose.
Yeah, dick
no,
nose, yeah.
It was fucking hilarious.
It's a ball chinny.
My mom didn't believe me when I told her that. She's like, that, no. And I'm like, here, let me show you. And she can't see because, she likes food. So
Fucking dick. That's your mom. You asshole.
I've said it to her. I'm fine with it. I am an asshole. So,
Well, that's obvious.
so,
There's no argument there, buddy.
so when she looked at it, she can't even fucking see it anymore. I'm like, I assure you, his nose is a dick. And they did this in a regular movie in the 80s.
Yeah.
What
That was not a regular movie. That was anything but.
Well, it was a weird fucking movie.
regular
But what I'm
movie.
saying, though, is it was a regular release
That
in
was
the
a
80s.
fucking fever dream of a movie that one was.
A lot of the 80s movies were.
Nah, not like this one. This
Yeah,
one's fucking
dude.
Videodrome. That was a fever dream.
Well, there was one that the guys from Monty Python did. What the fuck was it? And it had Robert De Niro in it, and it had a couple other kind of actors, and some of it was filmed. Oh, it was so fucking weird. And I swear I dreamt the thing until I saw it recently, and I was just like, "What the hell is this movie?" And sure enough, it exists.
Robert De Niro.
Yeah, De
Monty
Niro was
Python
in it,
people?
and he was like a repairman that went to this dude's house, and the main character's house, and fixed something, but it was based in the future, and then all of a sudden he has dreams about him being like a Valkyrie type of person. If anyone knows the movie, I'm gonna look it up really quick because that movie was a fucking trip too. I guess he saw his dead mother in a casket, and she was telling everybody to stay away from him. Again, I could have dreamt it.
I was going to say, it sounds like you're just dreaming it out loud and awake.
Is it that's not Brazil, is it?
Brazil.
Is it Brazil?
That's the
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Brazil.
Never
That's the
seen it.
one. That movie's a fucking trip, dude.
It's a crazy movie. I haven't seen it since I was a kid, actually, but it was a crazy movie. And
You
it's
guys-
actually like one of Terry Gilliam's best movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Terry
It's a
Gilliam's the guy that directed it.
Yeah,
out of the Monty
1985
Python guys.
film. Yeah, this one's a
Oh,
fucking
yeah, I
trip.
forgot. Kevin knows things about movies.
If you want, pull up the trailer.
Yeah,
and
I
give,
do.
If you want, you could pull the trailer up and just to give an idea of what
we
kind of
watch
style of
trailers?
movie that was. If you want, it's a
I don't know if
2 minute
we can
video
watch it.
I was
on,
gonna say, I
on
don't know.
YouTube.
Yeah, they'll probably.
I don't know
I don't
if
know.
we
If, I
can
think they'll
watch
claim it.
trailers.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can't advertise someone else's shit. But it's
Well,
a
it's
trip.
not that.
It's not that. Like they'll just like.
Because
Claim it.
because a trailer, I think, is technically a final product. I
It's
think.
yeah. I don't
So,
know.
I don't know how those rules work.
Yeah, it's probably best not to mess with it.
Yeah,
Check
it's,
it out
it's,
if you
but
want.
it's a
an
good
old one.
idea to just stay away from copyrighted content.
Yeah, we should find the reporter that got hit by the car this last weekend.
Oh, I
No,
didn't
what
hear
about
that.
I didn't hear about that.
Where was it?
Just type in reporter hit by car. It's going to pop up. It went viral.
Oh well, then yeah, it's going to be there because it got viral because that's what we want, right? That's what we have to see. We have to have.
No, that's just what I ended up finding. I was watching reels and saw it or some shit. And
No.
fucking, I was like, wait, what?
That's where we're coming to in society, isn't
9
it?
hours ago, this one? Nope.
15
That's
minutes.
Ellen meeting news reporter. This is just people.
Shane, you
talking
said it would
about
pop up.
Yeah,
How come it didn't pop up,
Wait,
Shane? You
hold
said
on,
it
hold
would.
on, hold on.
car, full video. There you go.
I don't want you to
She's not-
speak out.
she's
I
not
want
gonna-
to.
She's not gonna die.
Dude, I
is she,
hate
dude?
that shit, dude.
I do
I
too.
can't stand the whole. You want to find the video.
The video.
You find
Not all this other
8 million
crap.
other. You know
Yeah,
why?
it's gonna
It's
be
because
people-
Google works with these companies.
Yeah, I know. Let's go to DuckDuckGo. That's better.
Silence.
Silence of the Lambs.
Is she eating the wall?
I don't know what the fuck she's doing, dude. How much peanut butter did you smear all over this?
I'm
house?
out. Okay.
Oh my bad.
I didn't get a chance to go to the
Sorry,
store
dude.
today.
I didn't know it was a sore
It's
subject.
been a rough night.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think this is it right here. Reporter,
Yeah, she was hit.
I think
on
that's
live
the one.
Video.
West Virginia.
Mountain Mama.
Take me home. That country road.
Oh, Shane, you got it. Shane got it, guys and gals.
Oh, almost heaven.
Going viral
Okay.
all over social media
Is
this
it?
morning.
Yeah, a TV reporter in West Virginia had a scare.
She had a scare on live
Dude,
television.
This shit is fucking crazy.
Freeze thaw, we see this. Water main breaks.
Oh!
Coming through. Whoops.
Got hit by a car, but I'm okay. I just got hit by a car, but I'm
Well,
okay.
okay, that's great. Well, let's hope she's all right.
I'm okay. Yeah, you know that's
Oh, yeah.
She's fucking
Getting
bleeding.
hit by cars.
Broken
live,
leg.
live TV.
Hips out. That's live
Comes
TV
with the
for you.
territory.
She even goes. She goes. Is your car okay?
Is your car okay?
Yeah.
You know what?
That's called adrenaline right there. She is. It's like, show must go on.
You know,
This
She's like, ma'am, you are so sweet.
this chick's a party.
She peed her pants a little bit. She just, all right. Back to you, Tim.
Wow. Tori Berge now world famous now. Everyone's talking about this footage, keeping her.
All right, that's good. We don't need to hear the rest
God.
of it. Dude, it's just fucking wild that like on live TV, she's thinking. There's been some of the best shit though on live TV. Remember the reporter that's like standing out in the middle of the hurricane and gets hit with a stop sign? Like face.
No, I watched the
Flat
one.
fucking stop sign straight to the face.
The one gal that says, I quit this bitch. Did
No,
that on live TV, quit her job
about
right then
the-
and there, or the one that blew her brains out, dude.
Dude, there's other ones like Bud Dwyer. That one was a crazy.
That
Oh, that's crazy.
fucked
yeah,
up.
dude.
And he was innocent of those charges.
Yeah,
They found
that's
out
even
later-
more fun. No, yeah, it turned out he was
found-
innocent.
Yeah.
They found him innocent like 12 years later. So maybe he was innocent, maybe he wasn't, because it could have also been a political move at that time to,
Yeah.
you know, because his
Google
family
it.
and
We're not
shit
going to pull
like
that up. You guys can look that for
But,
your shit on your own.
yeah,
we're not,
but
we're not doing that.
I mean, he's the whole basis for the Hey Man Nice Shot.
Are you going to let her out before we open that up? Is she bothering you? No. Now she's being a bitch about it. Toki, fucking figure it
Where
out,
are
dude.
you going?
Getting my drink that she knocked over.
Well,
Oh.
that's what she's doing. She's licking up the fucking drink.
Ah.
I was wondering what the hell she was doing over there. Delicious.
Dude, what the fuck is going on?
Sorry.
You're falling
Good
off the
dog.
rails.
That's what the animals do in this house, and I'm not locking them up. I'm not going to do it. I ain't doing it.
Yes. Free range, whatever it is here.
Oh, she's all, let me have some more of that, please. That's good. She likes the cocaine.
What?
Coca-Cola.
How'd you like it?
You're like,
What now?
I have no idea what you're. What?
I said cocaine, and you perked right up, didn't you, Shane?
It's weird. I've never tried cocaine.
Really?
Never tried it in my life.
So,
It's good stuff.
you hear Whoopi Goldberg had a nice hot take on the Holocaust?
Oh yeah, that it wasn't
She's
about
already-
race.
yeah.
And it wasn't about race, and now everybody's going after her.
Yeah, Hitler going. The Jews were an inferior race.
Yeah, yeah.
Wasn't about race.
Well, it has nothing to
How
do
many
with race
different-
at all.
How many different hosts have said something like white? Again, I hate to make it about color, but how many white hosts have said something similar and lost their jobs and their careers completely for
Oh,
it?
Megan Kelly just like mentioned. Oh, I remember she said something about some white girl dressing like Diana Ross or something for Halloween.
Yeah, but
and
I
she
think
got
the
fired
thing
or
that,
something.
well, the thing that I think that got her fired was the Santa Claus take.
I thought it was
How
the
Santa Claus
the
should
Halloween
be white
Diana
because
Ross.
Santa Claus was always white or some shit like that.
Oh,
Or there's
Yeah.
another one host that said something about
Still
a
stupid.
gal looking like a member of the Planet of the Apes. She didn't know the person was black.
Yeah.
Oh
that,
yeah,
that was Roseanne
the,
Barr.
the Roseanne. Yeah.
Roseanne
Yeah.
Barr.
I thought the bitch
thing
was
is,
white.
If you put a side by side photo, and I don't suggest you
She
do,
ain't wrong.
It's just It's uncanny.
But there's also another one of the hosts that looks like one of the characters from Time Machine. You know, the Mokiloke or the Morlock.
The Morlocks.
The Morlocks.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Time
This
Machine.
guy looks like. Well, both of them are pretty
They're
good.
like kind of blind, long white hair.
Well,
nasty
the
looking.
beastie looking ones, not the blonde like the beast, big muscular ones with
yeah.
a stretched out face that look fucking hideous, man.
Have you seen like some of the politics?
But yeah, that was kind of bullshit that she,
fucking
you know,
crazy.
she's already had to apologize several times. She's gone on kind of a spread of shows.
Well,
saying,
she's a racist.
Who?
Whoopi Goldberg
No.
saying that the whole
Whoopi's done a
it was
lot of
just
weird
it was
shit
just white
lately.
people
Obsessed
doing
with
bad
race.
things to white people is what she was saying.
That's basically what
That's-
she's
that's
saying.
a-
Yeah, but it's like no, it's because she sees race as like something you can see. She said, and it's like, man,
What?
you're nuts. That's what she said. She
But they
said
were the
race
same-
is something
that's the
that you
thing.
can
They were-
see, not
They were racist
not
against
that.
black people too, though. It wasn't just Jews. They didn't like
Yeah,
any
right.
people of color.
Anybody
they
that
wanted
wasn't Aryan.
a supreme race.
Well, they killed
Yeah.
gypsies. They killed homosexuals. They
Yeah.
killed disabled people. They killed.
but it was
the
just white
Jews.
people killing white people, according to Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, because that's the only way she looks at the world. She looks at it at race like
And-
that.
and-
So like the
and-
rape of Nanking, that would have been like.
Unfortunately,
wow, they're all
that's
Asian.
Oh, just
that's
Asian
I think
people
that's what the
killing Asian
I
people.
think that's
To
what
her,
a lot of
yeah.
people see the definition of racism is a color based thing.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like,
That's why
like,
they're so
there's
fucking
Asian cultures
stupid,
that are
because it's
extremely
not that.
racist against other Asian cultures.
Yeah.
you know, like I think, shit. I would listen to Bobby Lee's podcast, and they were talking about it, and they were talking about how
Yeah, he's what Vietnamese.
no,
No,
he's
the-
Bobby
his-
Lee, I think
Korean.
he's. I think
I know,
yeah,
but his
okay,
co-host
Korean.
called him Vietnamese. It's like that's a really weird way to say it, dude. Why do you say it like that?
Yeah, no, he Bobby's a weird dude though.
He's funny as hell.
It's a good
He is
podcast.
funny as hell, but he is fucking weird.
Yeah. They got their start from us. It's no big deal. It's just- we're glad to see
But
them
no, they
succeeding.
were talking about it, and they're like, because his girlfriend is Filipino, I believe. I think she's Philippines. But they were talking about how like no, we would be the lowest of them because everybody else in the islands around there and mainland, and they just look at them as like nah.
the Filipinos.
Yeah, that's how the rest of the it's like ooh.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like it's everywhere. It's not, and
Well, yeah, it's also like seeing. I guys remember Squid Game, right?
yeah, sure.
And it had the guy from India on it,
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
and seeing an
Look, my
Indian
complaint-
person speak. What was it?
South Korean.
South Korean,
was Korean,
with
not
an
South
Indian accent blew my fucking mind.
I still find it funny that what blew your mind was the guy that was Australian. He didn't have a good enough
It's
Australian
just
accent.
so bizarre to me that
And he's a native Australian.
accents exist in other cultures and other languages. It's just still to me
Different
it's
dialects.
it's a hard concept for me to grasp.
Well, hey, in other
the
countries,
idea of like when we were talking about Inglorious Bastards, they could define a person by their accent of their in German.
Yeah.
To me, it kind
where
of
they came from.
the same.
Well,
but-
it's the same way with in America. Like we have the Southern accents.
yeah, the
and all
Southern
that.
drawl.
Same way with
the-
other
the
countries.
guys
They
from
have their
the
different
Bronx,
accents.
all
and
that.
stuff.
And
To
just
know
because
that
you-
A
other
native
countries-
speaker
yeah.
can tell.
well, think
but,
about it.
yeah.
Other
If
countries,
you meet
other
someone
languages
that's
have
Irish
accents.
and they have the Irish accent,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that they have the same Irish accent as somebody else from Ireland.
Right.
Well, I know, but speaking a different language,
different regions
a different
within
language with an Irish accent, other than American or
Yeah,
English.
that happens.
It blows
Gaelic.
my mind. It's fucking wild.
If you spoke German, you would have an English accent.
yeah, they'd be able to pick up on it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you must be from America.
Yeah.
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 You'd be like,
That's the thing. The native
try.
speakers would be able
he's
to pick
very
it out.
Suspect.
All of
Because
us.
we're the same way too. It's like
Yeah.
you're from Britain. You're
Yep.
British.
And,
or,
but foreigners that come over here, they can't tell the difference between our dialects, in the United States,
That's
probably as
just
easily as we do.
One of those things that blows my mind. I still to this day, like we were talking about that too. How
Yeah, because you're completely ethnocentric.
I am. Wait, is that bad?
It just
No, I'm
means
not.
you're so. It just means you're so used to where we live that
Ethnocentric.
Yeah.
that's your concept of everything is
Yeah,
here.
I'm learning. So I'm learning and accepting more things.
That's good.
So yeah, I'm growing.
You're a grown boy.
Growing right now.
Yes. He's growing right now.
That fly came down.
Good thing he's got a small dick, so none of us have to be
Micro.
worried by it.
Micro.
You're like, oh man,
It's my micro machine.
put that
Gotta have that guy, the micro machine guy on there.
thing away.
the what is it? The auctioneer, whatever the
Yeah.
fuck the guy was.
Hey, that guy, man, he had quite a fucking run, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He did that. He did a bunch of other things too. He did,
Was
like,
he the
stuff
scat
on
man? Did he
Nickelodeon,
become the
too.
scat man? He didn't
No.
become the scat man, did he?
Scatman.
Scatman John or whatever. He wasn't that guy. It looked like the same guy.
No, that guy.
Maybe
I
it was
think
the
that guy got
mustache.
his fucking start in like New York or some shit.
I don't know
They
anything
ended
about
up
his history.
featuring him on some fucking news thing because he could speak so fast.
Yeah.
And then after that, he ended up getting spots doing
Things like Micro Machines.
No, I think his first spots were reading the legal stuff at the end of stuff.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah. The
important.
like fine print at
Yeah,
the
the
very
fine
end.
print.
Yeah.
Reading
All rights reserved.
And then he the Micro Machines thing came up, and that became a national fucking.
Yeah, he
plot.
became a household fucking
that-
name with that, man.
Do you remember his name?
No. A
He's not a
household
household
face. He's a household face.
The household voice.
Pick your
not face. It was a
goddamn
voice.
phrase.
They showed his face, though.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
showed his
you
face.
see his
He
face.
looked like
wore a
Mario
little
from
hat,
the fucking
remember?
Super Mario
Yeah.
Brothers.
I know. But yeah, it's more his voice, not his face.
Yeah.
And that's did you ever heard about that double talker
Look,
guy
I
that
don't
was big for a bit in the early 2000s? The guy was and trying and like he'd do interviews and mumble, but he
think
did
so.
it in such a way that they didn't catch on that he was mumbling and answer his questions. It was fucking funny.
I don't think I saw that guy.
I have no idea what that is.
It's Mr. Double Talk. If you get a chance to check it out, that guy's hilarious. I mean, it only lasted for about a year or two before people caught on that this person is doing that. But he had a couple commercials where he was making fun of people. But I think a few big news hosts caught on. Like, dude, you didn't even ask me a question. What are you talking about? But then he'd go and interview these people in like basketball players and all that. Mr. Double
any of this
Talk.
him?
Yeah,
Anything
Mr.
here?
Double Talk is fucking
What
hilarious.
about this guy right here? Is that him?
Yeah, the weird
just hit
older looking
play.
guy on the left. Yeah,
Hit play on that one.
one of them. And it doesn't
Privacy
matter.
warning.
Yeah, some of them, but it's bizarre because, like I said,
Video unavailable.
he
Uploaders, they closed their YouTube account.
is there any of them at all?
Well, I'm
Yeah,
sure
let's see here. We'll just go to this one.
Like once he's talking to any sports player, it's really fucking funny. I don't know what the hell this is.
This him?
Yeah, that's the guy.
Democratic National Convention in Denver. Mr. Doubletalk is fixing to do his thing. Good luck, everybody. Now, let me ask you this: being being security is smarter than you do what we have, then I guess really is that to a notion here.
Oh yeah, there's been a big beef up in security.
What have been like that system, and I guess really is it because attitude is
What?
Attitude is what everybody need to take.
and we don't need to take any of this stuff too seriously.
That's right. Nothing too serious. That's correct.
And your name is Francis?
Denise.
Francis, let me ask you what we have, then I guess really is that to a notion of coming to here. We are in Denver, as you can see, and a cloud that I guess really with the Democrats. What about that in your path? Because I see you've got all of the stuff.
I didn't quite hear it.
What is your name?
What is your name?
That's talent.
And the lake, then you know what we have in the next custom.
Look at her face.
I guess really with Democrats and Republicans or anybody for that matter, as long as it.
He looks like the bitter beer face guy.
Yeah, something about him.
So you wrote it first, he said it second, and now we're seeing it enacted.
Yes.
And that may be possibly wounding me. Hi.
It's in the book.
It is there in the book.
So I'm not alone.
Yeah,
Well, if you like it so far, wait till you see what comes.
yeah.
up.
He made a living off of that.
Have you know about that? You know what we have in that cause Samoa, you know what we have in that I guess really with the Democrats.
Well, you know,
I wrote all the time.
You didn't even ask a question.
You what we have in I guess really has it. Has it?
I didn't hear the question.
See, but this just proves that most people are actually fairly polite.
Yeah,
this
that's
is,
all
this
this proves.
This is showing off their manners.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's people who are like, oh, see, and I'm not that guy. I would have been like, oh, this guy's fucking crazy.
You'll notice his approach is to also have them look at the camera, not at him. He'll try to direct their attention to the
I would
camera.
have just walked away.
Yeah. But he's done like I think he was it Dan Rather. He did one with a Dan Rather, and like a whole bunch of famous golf players, and they're like, oh yeah, well
they're all trying to be polite. Yeah,
well, that's the thing. That's what it plays on. It plays on the fact that most people are actually polite.
Yeah.
And they're going to give you a little bit of time.
His run didn't last very long.
I had
but
one
it was
like
still
this
something
once.
that was
I had a
really
dude
try to get,
inside a fucking gated community, and this dude comes up. He's like, "Hey, so I've been out handing out things for God," and then started talking about how there was like some weird fucking conspiracy going on, and I'm like, "Did you just not take your fucking meds? What's going on, dude?" And I was like, "I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm not talking to this guy anymore." It was fucking weird. The guy, I don't know what happened. It was just like some ritzy area. Fucking weird dude.
I think you were talking about that.
Yeah, it was odd.
Yeah.
Odd.
Was it one that we were trying to find the dude that ran away too or something like that?
No, that one was different.
Remember that one? Like they were
Yeah.
looking for somebody, but it was
Yeah.
just an unmarked car or something like that.
Yeah, it was some weird shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that I remember.
Yeah.
There's been some weird fucking people, But I mean, it's the weird people. It's getting everywhere though. Like it's. I don't know. If it's, I don't know if it's just 2 years of fucking lockdown or whatever the fuck it is. But especially with the relaxing of laws everywhere on like homeless people and not trying to fucking how about go somewhere warm and stop burning shit down, I mean that makes more sense.
Well, I think I noticed the change in people's mentalities a little after 2016. I feel like that's when I started noticing
what happened
the change.
in 2016?
Oh, I don't know. Trump got elected.
You couldn't have played that one out a little longer?
Yeah. I don't know, Shane.
What
else could have happened in 2016?
You are so bad at this. You're like, hey, you asked a direct question. I give a direct. Fuck you and your direct answer. Fuck, man.
But no, that's around the time I noticed everybody's starting to go crazy. But then the past 2 years, it's just been taking it to 11.
Yeah, it definitely has. And I think part of it is because it coincided with the end of a presidency.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've become so like I remember. Yeah, there were homeless like areas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I remember going to Portland. It was Chinatown. That was the homeless area.
Yeah.
Right.
And you see your odd little group of them here and there.
You would see, and it wouldn't even usually be a group. It'd be
Nah,
one guy in a sleeping bag.
Right.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Now
Maybe a small
you have
tent.
fucking encampments everywhere.
You cross,
Everywhere.
yeah. You cross over the bridge going into Portland,
Dude,
and they're literally
it's
all
night and day
over.
too.
Yeah.
Like I mean, here, yes, we've got it too, but you cross that fucking bridge,
And it's just
it's
insane.
almost like you've just driven into a Mad Max wasteland.
100%.
Especially along the highways and stuff like that.
For one, there was one spot that I saw a car. I have no idea how the fuck they got this car there, and they were using it as a motorhome.
Yeah.
It had no
Oh my
wheels.
God.
It had no fucking wheels.
Yeah.
It was just up on blocks.
It's a tiny house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
It was fucking odd. I don't
It's
even
a
know
shelter.
how they did
I
it.
mean, whatever they can do to make shelter. I mean, I'm sure I've seen them move those big, giant concrete blocks for not the ones that block.
Well, yeah, it's
lanes,
easy when you have PCP.
but the big ones that you're supposed to have. It's got a big rebar hook in the middle, and they're supposed to use a crane. I've seen them move that uphill and underneath overpasses to make a little shelter. That how the fuck did you get that up there?
Like I said, you get 5 people with PCP, you can do a lot of shit that you didn't think you could do before.
We're building Gerald a home.
Yeah.
Yeah, he earned it.
Yeah. He's been down on his luck.
Yeah.
Let's get him a home.
Yeah, it's fucking wild, man.
Dude, yeah, no, it's crazy. And the thing is, like, we're not even in the worst area for the homelessness. Like,
Well,
Oh, no.
the curious question
California.
is what's what's this obviously isn't the worst. We're due to see a lot worse than this.
No, but look at
Getting worse
what is
every
it?
day.
That's what I mean.
San
like-
Francisco. San Francisco's homeless.
San Francisco's
shit
really
is
bad.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like the homeless people are just taking shits in doorways
Yeah.
at shops.
Literally.
You have to step over shit to get into the shop.
Yep.
They
that
actually
you
have,
want
like-
to go in to buy something.
Yeah, they
You're
actually
at a
have
restaurant.
they have like official poop crews that go around cleaning up the shit in the streets and everything. Just because it's so prevalent.
Yeah, remember when that used to be a thing that was designated for parks and dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not now.
Not now.
Now it's a thing for humans.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
Kind of
maybe
like
poop bags for them or something like that. Poop bags for the poor.
I kind of I still kind of like the idea of like making Soylent Green.
See,
That's still coming.
I don't know.
Don't make them.
I don't want to eat poor people.
No, not us. We feed the other poor people with them.
Oh,
That's possible.
The ones
too.
that are really down on their luck. You're like, hey, sorry, you rolled the dice too many times.
Extremely
Snake
fucked up
eyes,
shit.
bud.
Extremely.
Hop
fucked
in the
up,
machine.
Yeah, we got a like homeless encampment that's been sprouting up across the street from the off ramp, which used to be Oscars.
Yeah.
Right across the street, there's this big encampment.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just
there's all
been
the
growing.
signs up and everything
Yeah.
like that. That one's grown pretty bad.
Yeah,
That one's
It's
gone.
it's
I
like
guess
doubled in
caught
size
fire
in a
twice.
month.
Yeah, it's caught
You know,
fire a couple
you know what the
times,
funny
too.
thing about homeless encampments is they look like the old flea markets I used
They
to go
do
to.
look like a flea market.
Don't
It
they
does.
really?
The thing is it's not. I don't want to believe that this is just nothing but drug addicts but it's also
But this
people
is-
trying to like they lost their jobs.
Yeah,
and
some
they-
people
But
are
the-
legitimately
The
there for,
statistics go lean to the side that it's mostly mental whatever.
Yeah.
Whether it's schizophrenia or fucking some sort of crazy bipolar or borderline personality disorder and drugs. That's like the majority of it. I think you're looking at like probably 85 to 95%.
Okay, that being said, though, I mean, those people have always been around. Like, how come it's so bad now as opposed to 10 years
There's
ago,
a few
5 years ago?
There's a few
Hell,
reasons.
2
One,
years ago.
One is I think family structures are not as good as they used to be.
That's a factor.
Okay, so like it used to be that hey, crazy brother Bob now just lives with my parents. You know, that's a crazy Uncle Bob. You know, he just lives right there.
Well,
at
also,
the parents' house.
a
Like,
lot of the
parents
homeless
used to take him in.
A lot of the homeless programs that they built, a lot of these like, especially on the
Underfunded,
West
yeah.
Coast. Well, no, it's not that they're underfunded; they're overfunded, and the people that are running them aren't actually trying to fix the problem. They're just continuing to perpetuate to keep their own.
Well, yeah, I mean,
paychecks
think about it.
coming
Look
in.
at the drug war.
There's a whole book about this called San Francisco, written by Michael Schellenberger, and he talks about all of this, how these programs are really built to just perpetuate the whole system.
Yeah,
That's disgusting.
well, I mean, think about it. Like, remember when I was talking about how like the guy that makes rape whistles.
He's going to go out of business if
They
there's
work.
no rape.
Yeah.
Well, no,
No, if there's no
they'll
rape.
work, but you know he doesn't want him to work too well.
Yeah.
He's got to.
Otherwise,
make
he's
his
out of the
bottom
job,
line.
right?
He's got to feed
Yeah.
his kids.
Right. That's how these people. This is these people's mentality.
But that's
They-
what I'm saying,
you know?
though. Like you take an extreme of that, right? You take that extreme and you go, oh, that's how it works in all these other places where it's not like you don't go. You go, oh, well, they just live over here, so it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. So it's not as big of a deal. You know what I mean?
Skid Row.
Like, yeah. That's how. Well, that's how it used to be. But like
Yeah.
California, it's like Skid Row's everywhere.
Skid Row's like
You
expanded.
know?
now.
Like I think L.A.
has become a Skid Row.
Well, I think they say in L.A. What is it like 120,000 homeless people
it's insane.
in L.A.
Yeah. It's,
alone.
it's an
Now that's out
insane
of
number.
12 million people or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
10
it's a
million,
small
10 million
percentage.
people.
Yeah.
But there's people coming from all over the country too to these places like.
But
San
they're not
Francisco
though
and
now
stuff.
anymore.
Well,
They used to
actually,
be.
they did used to be. But one thing,
They're
one
now
of the reasons
living
why
on the side of the road. They're
right.
like, I can get a better
But-
tent than I could have.
But do you know
fucking
why
10 years
a
ago.
lot of people were going to places like Portland and San Francisco? It's because across the country, these homeless people were passing on the word to each other, saying, "Hey, this is where they got all the good free stuff they're going to give you. The cities will."
Well, it's
you
not
know?
even just that. It's also the fact that they have better weather.
That too.
That's
too.
the biggest
Absolutely.
fucking concern.
But I mean, these are all factors. You know,
Yeah,
they're-
I would say, look, I think if you live outside, your biggest concern would probably be whether
sure.
or not you are a piece of shit,
Well,
and maybe fucking get your life together.
But that's the thing, though. They've offered these people all these things.
more
And a
you
lot
know.
of them don't want
We
to
need that
get
sound.
off the street. There are a lot of these people that don't want to do it.
Close enough. We don't need to get sued
That's
by NBC.
that
just
sounds
saying,
like somebody's PC just went to sleep.
That was really well said, Shane. Well
Thank you.
said.
You-
Shane,
well, you-
2024.
What did you like? How I I shifted?
Hey, we're speaking in tones now. We don't use normal language.
Yeah. 15
Beep,
second
bop,
blurbs. Yeah.
There we go.
That's how we talk.
See,
now.
you know exactly what he said.
Yeah, the homeless situation's kind of foobar for sure.
It's-
Yay for the homeless.
It'll get worse. Come for us all.
Dude, I mean, think about it, though. The homeless do have it pretty good. It's a party every day.
I guess it depends on where you're at.
You know.
maybe.
But on top of that, I mean, like, they just get to go and steal cans from everything. And
I love cans.
I got no problem with it. I got no problem with that at all. Stop taking the bins. That's all I have to say about that.
Just don't take the
yeah,
bins.
that's probably good. No, look.
Don't take what doesn't belong to you.
So then you're not okay with it.
Well, I had
Don't take my fucking cans,
where I
man.
live.
Don't
I had
take
a
my
neighbor that
cans.
would do that. Would come across the street and pull all the cans and bottles out of my bin.
Yeah.
And I didn't have an issue with it. But then when my bin started disappearing, I was like, all right, this is getting out of hand.
Well, that's
They just take the.
You know, they take the whole damn thing, so I got to find a bucket to put it in, or I got to
well,
find
then
a
you also
bag
gotta
or
worry,
a box. I'm
oh
like, come
shit,
on, man.
My car's been outside today.
Yeah.
Are they gonna take something out of that? It's not like they're gonna fucking differentiate between. Oh well, that's all his property.
Yeah,
over
they
there.
see dollar signs
Yeah.
or cent signs, I
And
guess.
people are gonna be like, "Oh, you guys are just generalizing." I'm like, "Yeah, they're criminals. I'm generalizing criminals."
Yeah. I mean, that's, I guess, you're not wrong, but
No.
at the same time, there's certain levels of crimes that are acceptable. Well, no crime is acceptable, but
I think some crimes are acceptable.
tolerable
Also,
is a better word to put it.
depends on one's
Crimes of
circumstances
passion,
as well.
those are acceptable. They used to be.
No, they're not.
I think in the I think in the 50s they were okay.
It's understood.
Yeah, if you were buddies with the sheriff.
You know, I think back then all you had to do was say like, I don't know, man. I think she was on the rag, and then like, oh well,
Well,
hey.
that makes sense then. She deserved it. I'm surprised you didn't do it sooner. Have you heard about this? They found an incestuous family up in the hills.
Why do you keep bringing up fucking incestuous families?
Did we
Is
already
this
talk
like
about
a thing
this?
that you do?
Did we already cover
Maybe.
this?
What hills?
The ones with eyes.
The thing is, it
Kevin.
was protected
Those
by
ones.
the local people wouldn't let anybody go up there. Like, don't go in.
So it's
Don't
like
go
a-
up there. Them hill folking up
It
there,
was
they
like-
gonna eat you.
This is like Deliverance.
Kind of, yeah. But then they finally let a film crew in there to interview these people, and it's incestuous.
And they were never heard
That's kind of
from
like
again.
what was that?
One guy barks like he's a dog.
Oh man.
And he points and barks at shit.
Yeah, this just goes to prove that
Fascinating.
there's crazy people everywhere.
Yeah.
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 It's like somebody dropped a crazy bomb on the planet and it just hit like 80% of the people.
I honestly, there's always been this. That's the thing.
Yeah,
that's this is what
The
drives
hills
me
have
nuts.
always been
It's
there.
just so
But this is what drives
prevalent now because
It's
we have
not that
social
it's-
media
Yes,
and things
it's not
like
that
that.
it's
We
so
see more of
prevalent.
it.
It's just that it's now got a flashlight on it.
Right, exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
That's why I can't stand the people that are like, oh, today is so much worse. It's like,
Oh,
well,
yeah,
I don't
right.
know. If you actually look at crime statistics over the last 40, 50 years,
got
and
better,
then
better.
you fucking, take worldwide stats of fucking, mortality rates and shit like that, and you go, no, it's actually way better than it's ever been in history.
All of history.
Because, we used to go and fight each other with, like, long sticks and brutally beat each other until we were dead. That's how we used to fight. Now it's a little bit more humane.
We still do that if you're on the border between China and India.
Well, yeah. Look, actually, have you seen some of the I don't know, I think it's India, where the police officers are fucking brutal.
Are they?
Dude, you need to get out of here. You don't have your mask on. They'll just beat them with sticks and shit.
God.
It's fucking
Holy
crazy. I think it's India. Now, I could be wrong. It could have been Pakistan. And I know I shouldn't mix those two up. They hate each other. Fuck it. Just get everyone pissed at us.
They might
I
as
don't
well.
mind.
Let's
After
get a
last
fatwa
episode,
on
who
us.
knows? What was that with the naming?
Yeah, let's get. You know what the fatwa is?
Yeah.
The Ayatollah. Yeah. Let's get a fatwa.
Let's not.
That's probably not good.
Yeah, I'm not going to be.
Assassinated.
Well, no. Fatwa against us? No,
Yeah.
that's a terrible idea.
The fuck is a fatwa?
Fatwa is the.
Well,
I think
let's
it's
say that you worked at Charlie
Iran.
Hebdo.
I didn't ask you, Shane.
Let's say
I was
that-
asking Kevin.
Let's say that you
Yeah.
worked at Charlie Hebdo, and you decided, I'm going to draw Mohammad. How did that turn out?
I don't know. I'm not a historian.
Well, South Park did it. South Park
5
did
years
it.
ago, 6 years ago. Charlie Hebdo got shot up. It was a fucking a magazine in Paris, I believe.
Yeah.
Is it Paris, France?
I think it's Paris. Yeah.
And
Hebdo.
some Islamic terrorist went in with AKs and fucking shot the place up and killed a bunch of people in it because they drew Mohammad. That was during. Actually, I think that might have been during Obama's presidency, so it might have been like 10 years ago. But when it happened, there was a big push. Like people were getting ready to like do things like draw Mohammed or do this and that. Like there was that fucking church down south that was like, we're gonna burn the Quran.
I think
I
vaguely remember.
And so during that time, this happened, and they were the only like newspaper, like even South Park was fighting against it too. They were like, no, we're fucking drawing Mohammed, right? They're like, fuck these guys. Like first off, everybody should be able to live together. Who gives a shit? And they're like, we make fun of everybody. So we're going to draw Mohammed. They got one episode with Mohammed in it, and then they axed that episode after a while. And then the next episode, they made it so hard for them to do it. They tried drawing Mohammed. They wouldn't let them do that. So then they said, we're going to draw Mohammed in a bear suit. And they wouldn't let them do that. So they put Mohammed in a bear suit in the back of a truck. So it's just a truck, and you hear the voice him going, yeah, okay, yeah. And like he did. Like nobody knows what Mohammed sounded like.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Except for his whores.
Well, his whore. I mean, like he was into like
we're getting to some fucking
little children.
Nerd.
Yeah,
that was
whores.
actually historically what he was
whores.
into. Yeah. He's all daddy's little whores. It's like what the fuck, man?
Whoa.
You're into some creepy shit, bud. So anyway, now that we pissed off an entire religion,
I think we've lost some of the demographic there with that last bit, but
the whole 20 people that have been watching us.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, at least the ones with the money.
Yeah.
No, that's a different religion.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, that's the one that had some problems in the 40s. Just saying.
Yeah. There were some problems then. They got it all sorted out, though. I mean, they came back.
I mean, they did, actually. They said women go this way off the train, men go this way.
Jesus.
That's how they were sorting. You said
I
sorted
get it. Thank you.
So, this is completely off subject.
I'm sorry. Please, let's get off the fucking subject. Please, Kevin.
So, there's a new Halo TV show that's coming out, and apparently it hasn't premiered yet, but the showrunners, I just read that the showrunners just quit before the show premiered.
Halo as in the video game Halo?
Yeah.
But why?
I don't know. Nobody knows yet.
Animated series or live action?
We can
what?
speculate.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point.
I think
I'm
they
curious
quit
as to why they would have.
Because
Shane, shut the fuck up.
They wouldn't
Animated
give him enough
or,
craft service.
That could be possible.
Craft service.
Was it animated or was it live action?
Animated.
No, it's live action.
It looked animated from what I saw.
No, it's a live action. It's a live action
No
show. Yeah,
shit.
live action.
I don't know, man. It looked like all CGI.
Well, it's gonna be
It's
CGI.
there's CGI,
but,
of course, but it's like
it
actual
looked like
actors.
all CGI.
No, it's not. It's actual live action actors.
I think it's as live action as the prequel Star Wars ones were.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously they got
Yeah,
tons of CGI in the backgrounds and all the effects.
So you're saying the prequel
Yeah.
Star Wars are all fucking they're animated?
Well,
they're
except
like,
for the actors.
They're almost
some of the actors.
It's basically like they just did blue screen fucking work, and that's it.
Exactly.
Green screen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Actually, they use blue screen too.
Okay.
I think it depends on what kind of a shot they're doing.
I get it. I mean, you could say all of Harry Potter is fucking.
No, you can't because they actually had.
They had sets and a lot of
the
I think those Harry
prequel Star
Potter
Wars ones like.
They did
almost.
So where are they
if you
gonna-
watch the
where-
making of
wait,
stuff of those, it's
yeah.
just them in blue screen.
Where
Yeah,
are they
rooms
going to
total blue
film
screen.
space for Star Wars?
Computer.
It's not about filming space. Look at the other shots in that fucking in that shit.
Granted, the original
Almost
ones were
all of it
were
was
all little micro
miniatures.
Well, not
stuff
just
back
not,
then,
not just the
yeah.
micro set. They actually had practical effects and
Right.
stuff like that. So they would have to have
Actually
a
build
whole
shit
like
on the
yeah
set.
like they built a
That
whole.
begs the
fucking,
question, though. At what point is it animated, and what point is it live
yeah.
action?
At what point is it Avatar
Yeah.
versus I don't know.
I
Planet
think-
of the Apes because that had a lot
Yeah.
of that shit.
Yeah. I think-
where it was like all
It's a good
practical.
question,
Right,
yeah,
right.
that's-
I think this
at
is
what
going to be
point do you-
more. I think this is going to be more Avatar-like. from
Yeah,
what I
that's
can
what
see.
it looked like
Yeah.
from the stills that I saw.
Well, it's going to
Yeah,
have to be.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to
'cause,
get the
like, you
Halo
can
universe.
see-
What the aliens and shit.
Yeah.
they're-
Well, I mean,
you know.
and you can see in the trailer, like all, like Master Chief it looks like that's a guy in a suit, like a costume. But then the other actors look like normal people.
It also looks like they touched the shit up out of that.
They probably
fucking
did.
they're
Yeah.
not gonna
Oh
do
yeah.
it.
With
Well,
CGI. Yeah.
That's what it
Absolutely.
looks like.
Uh-huh.
From the
For sure.
what I saw, like the way they did the lighting and stuff.
Yeah.
It
Oh, yeah.
didn't look like natural fucking
No,
lighting.
there's a
on
lot of post-processing effects and stuff.
That's
on
what it
that.
looked like. So it
Absolutely.
looks like it's going to be almost like a
Well, we're never going to see it,
computer-animated
so because
cutscene.
these
Yeah.
folks
No,
back
that-
they stepped out.
But with
That's
live,
just the
but with
showrunners,
actual
right?
actors, but the rest is going to be CGI.
So that doesn't mean they can't get somebody else to come in on that.
so we may actually see
Not
this.
that I
Right.
give a shit. I didn't like Halo.
No,
I'm not
well,
into
I like
sci-fi
the
stuff.
Halo games, but
Not into it.
I'm not looking forward to this show. I'm just like because
Sorry,
I,
Tim. I'm not-
honestly, I got a problem with the Hollywood doing adaptations of video games because they always fuck it up. And but this, it's like it's just weird because you don't hear about that very often, where the showrunners of a show quit before the show even premieres, especially something as big as Halo.
It's happened before on big things, but
It's just
doesn't
odd
happen
when it
very
happens.
often,
Yeah. So I'm curious what caused them to do that.
You want to
right
know what the
before
best
premiere.
Halo stuff ever was? Red versus Blue.
Oh, that was great shit, man. Red vs. Blue was awesome.
I know it was until you
Yeah.
let me borrow it, and I still have it.
You still have that's where it went.
We've actually had this conversation before, and then you go, and I go, I'll give it back, and you're like, nah, it's fine.
And I just got stoned. I forgot.
Asshole, that's another person's video game. You know?
It's not a video game. It's
Oh,
actually
no,
a
it's
series.
It's a web series, yeah.
So what these
okay.
guys did is, okay, South Park got their idea of the World of Warcraft episode. Have you seen that one?
No, I don't
That's
watch
a really
South Park.
good one.
Dude,
I think
it's-
South Park's a terrible fucking show.
Well-
anyone that watches it, a fucking idiot.
You're an idiot because you
hurt
don't
my
watch
I'm
it.
just saying.
No, my bad that you're not.
It's completely. It's potty humor and it's lowbrow fucking.
So
it's
you only
nonsense.
watched like the first 3 seasons then?
I didn't watch any of it.
That's what. No, but what I'm saying is, if you think it's potty humor, then you only watch like the first 3 seasons.
No, I'm just referring as to what the internet said about
Oh,
it.
that's right. Yeah, that's what we do now. I
Yeah,
forgot.
we don't do our own research. We go by what
But
other
anyway,
people
so
say.
so South Park, they got an idea from, I believe, this show to take World of Warcraft, and what they did is they went into World of Warcraft and actually made an entire fucking like show out of that. You know, inside the show, they made the characters talk and all that and interact with each other. That's what these guys did long before that. In like the early 2000s, maybe even I think
it was
early
like
2000s,
yeah,
2002.
It was not long after that first Halo came out.
Yeah,
It was,
so they
yeah,
went
shortly
in
after.
and actually like screen grabbed all this shit back when technology was not good for any of that.
No,
And
no.
The one thing that helped them out is the fact that they all wear masks, right? So since they all wear masks, they can easily make someone look like they're talking.
Yeah, they
all
just
they'd
make them go up and down like.
all they would do is kind of shake their head.
Yeah.
What do they do, Kevin?
What the?
That's gonna be a clip.
Holy shit. Anyway, so yeah, that's what they did. They basically screen grabbed all that shit and fucking bowed to Buddha. So I'm not even entirely sure where you were going with that.
Dude.
I don't know where I was going either.
Kevin's really into like pissing off an entire fucking continent.
Dude, that's like a dream come true if I ever do that.
Talk like that from now
Kevin
on. When I
fucking-
talk, I'm going to do that when I talk.
Kevin tosses on the glasses and fucking the buck teeth that Mickey Rooney wore. and fucking
Jeez.
breakfast at Tiffany's.
Oh, man, was
Jesus.
That was Mickey Rooney, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Win.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah. Oh, you making me mad. I know.
He'll
Yeah,
get us
that was-
canceled
oh,
right off
man.
the bat, dude.
It was-
He
So-
like created the stereotype almost with that
I
shit.
think all by himself.
I think he did.
The stereotype of like the perfect bull cut.
Yeah.
You know.
He's an artist.
He comes out, he's all, oh, you disturbing me. It's like, oh, dude, it was
We're gonna get
Dude, we're not. That's not what. Dude, we're just.
Mickey Rooney did it.
We're just reporting on
it's
it.
his fault.
Yeah.
He did that. Yeah.
Dude, yeah. But that's a lot of fucking
There's
crazy shit that came out of what was that? What was that? The
so you're
50s, 60s?
Yeah,
you're
I think
not an
60s
Xbox
maybe.
person then, obviously. You're
No,
more of a
no.
PS,
I-
PlayStation.
I've always
type.
been PlayStation.
Yeah. And I noticed there's like 3 types. There's the Master Race, obviously PC. That's going to be number 1 right
Whoa,
there.
you can't say Master Race anymore.
It is the master race.
PC is the Master Race.
PC.
They'll always say that. That's allowed. Still. because you're making it a thing, it's going to be uncomfortable. But don't make it a thing. Because,
You're like, I'm really into Dell. They use a lot of white stuff.
well, and then, oh jeez. I've always liked Xbox ever since it came out, just because of
Wow,
Halo.
another white console.
But it's incredible what they've done with it. And I heard they were gonna do VR. They were gonna do the Oculus thing. We talked about this before, I think. And then
I don't know about
something
that.
happened and they backed out, which would have been awesome if they implemented the Kinect with VR. That would have been the ultimate fucking gaming system right there. Because Kinect was awesome, but then it died down after like I think after 3 or 4 years after Kinect came
people
out.
didn't like
Well,
standing
yeah.
in front of it.
Yeah, I actually worked for Xbox or for
Ouch.
Microsoft when they put the Kinect out, and I remember, man, the problems they had with that fucking thing. And there wasn't a lot of companies that supported it. That's another reason why it died. There just wasn't
not a lot of
support.
games made for
Yeah.
it.
Not a lot of third-party support.
Think about it. If they would have made porn that interacted with Kinect, that thing would have taken off like
I mean,
fucking fire, man.
Well, they
Kinect
did-
was an interesting experiment, but
Yeah.
it failed. But they built on that. And now the stuff they've got with the newer stuff, the touch, like movement control and everything, has gotten better because of things like Kinect.
Yeah.
Well, we should probably end on some video game stuff.
Well, that
then.
was it, huh?
Yeah.
Wow,
That's
shit.
an hour
quick.
fucking in.
Fuck, man.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Number 17 down.
Ba, 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 ba.